Imagine a planet full of too many people, but too little water and food. In this world, luxuries are non-existent, and every day is a struggle for survival. Consequently, the theft rate is predictably high. I was one of the thieves caught in such dire circumstances. You might wonder, what becomes of criminals when there is no means to sustain them? The citizens refused to support us, prompting them to elect a new government to change the system. This new government found an absolute solution to address such issues. Criminals no longer receive support from taxes, relying solely on the food sent by our families and volunteers. Overcrowding was dealt with by banishing us to live underground, conserving space on the surface. Consequently, crime rates significantly dropped, and citizens experience greater comfort. Almost 6 years have passed in this underground life. During this time I have had no direct contact with my family, no amusement, no TV, no internet, and no books for the entire duration. My only possessions are the basics: a bed, toilet, fridge, and shower. Besides that, there's a long pipe through which they send us food and occasional newspapers to read. Due to water scarcity, I haven't been able to wash my clothes for 6 years and can only shower once every 2 months for 3 minutes. I am entirely cut off from the outside world, uncertain about my family's well-being or the happenings above. It has been a constant struggle, and I'm not sure if I can endure another day here. However, there are only 3 months left until my release, when I can reclaim my freedom. In this underground isolation, reading the newspapers has become my only pastime. However, they are not sent regularly, so I find myself reading the same ones repeatedly. Once I memorize them, I pass the time with origami. Today is the 4th Friday, and I'm anticipating the bell signaling the arrival of my food, which usually consists of porridge. Occasionally, I receive a note card from my mom. This time, along with the note, she sent a can of sardines, a pack of frozen okras, and a bottle of water. The meager amount shocks me. It's barely enough to sustain me for a month. In the note, my mother explains that times are tough up there and they might not be able to send more food. The message is filled with love and reassurance of their care, but the reality is harsh. I have only 3 months left and just 5 days' worth of food. Determined to survive, I devise a plan to stretch my resources. I ration my food carefully and consider drinking water from the shower head instead of showering. The situation becomes increasingly dire as the days pass, and I'm only focused on survival. Despite my efforts, a month passes without any further supplies. I feel the weight of malnutrition affecting both my physical and mental state. My hope diminishes as I can no longer foresee another supply basket coming my way. The long-awaited release day finally arrives, and I prepare to leave. However, nobody comes to pick me up. I wait for hours, counting minutes in confusion. More than 500 minutes pass, and I conclude that it is indeed my release date, yet no one has come for me. It has now been about a week, and hope has abandoned me. Mentally and physically exhausted, I am unable to do anything. My body is deteriorating, and the realization that I will never be free again sinks in. This is the end for me.